walk around while we're like get there too soon.
Oh my God! Give me all the TV! John. Bro, that's a how is the phone not dying?
Cool. Basketball! Say hi, Malik! Okay. Get. Go, Parker! Just walk in a circle. Just go fast.
Hi, folks. Good evening. Frank Halverson here. We're at Argonaut High School, KVGC 1340 96.5 FM, heard round the world at kvgcradio.com. Broadcasting live tonight on YouTube. Those of you that are at home and have a smart TV with the YouTube app, turn us on. You can watch the game here. We're here tonight for this first round action of the CIF Sac Joaquin Section Division 5 playoffs between the number 2 seed Argonaut Mustangs and the number 15 seed Holt College Prep Bobcats. With me tonight is Mr. Chris Lucky, a longtime teacher here at Argonaut High School, as well as a coach of many sports. Chris, welcome. Glad to have you here with us.
Thank you, Frank. It's good to be here. It's good to nice to see the first game as the Mustangs try to repeat as not only section champs but also NorCal champs. I think we're in for a fun opening game of the playoffs tonight.
You know, we got some exciting news early in the week. Jim called me, and of course, we have to contact CIF, and we have to be allowed to do these games because of rights that they have. Mm-hmm. They have cleared us all the way through Golden 1. So if Argonaut makes it to the section championship, we're going to be there with them.
Oh, wow,
and
that's great.
They have cleared us all the way through. We ran into some problems last year in the football playoffs after we broadcasted the first game, and they found out we did it on Facebook and they wanted $2,500 a game.
Wow.
So we got great news that they're allowing us to go all the way through if we can get back to Argo, both the girls and the boys.
Well, I'll tell you, that's not going to be an easy task. To repeat, is always one of the most difficult things to do in sports.
Always difficult, but this team, they played so well. It was such a nice prep game for them the other night against Amador. And they had a little adversity in that game. They got into some early foul trouble, and Gooden came in and really gave them a spark they needed, putting the ball in the basket, especially in the second quarter, going to the hole both with his left and his right, hitting some three-pointers, really had a big game, and it was great to see the transfer students step up when they really needed him.
Yeah, and they've had to have quite a few players step up since the injury to Seth Tomczak about a month ago. Eris O'Neill has stepped his game up since that injury. He's averaged 18 points a game, 13 points a game for the season, and Wesley Kling has really played well.
Yeah, Kling got in a little foul trouble the other night, but he's been their best three-point shooter all along. And this, I talked about it. What are the keys of the game? And what I see, Argonaut needs to win as a team. They need to play with defense and efficiency, not turn the ball over. They don't have the guys that can all of a sudden start pouring in three-pointers like they had last year in Kramer and Vota. It's a different type of team, but they really play good team defense and work the ball. So we're getting ready for the national anthem. We're going to take just a short pause here while we go through that, and we'll continue our pregame right after this. All right, Chris, an interesting thing we were talking about a little earlier. I was a little surprised when the playoff brackets came out. The Mother Lode League actually had 5 of 6 teams in the playoffs. 2 of them will be playing in the Division 5. That's Argonaut along with Somerville, I believe. I can't find them right now. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe they all went into Division 4. But Calaveras, Amador, Sonora are all in Division 4. They're all playing tonight. And I know Somerville is in here somewhere. Where are they? I don't see them. I thought Somerville made the playoffs. Anyway, 5 of 6 teams. Tonight, the game comes in 17-10. Argonaut Mustangs 7-3 in league. Second place finish behind Sonora, coached by John Gilliam. The Ben Holt College Prep Bobcats, coached by Alex Cesania. They come in at 16-12. They were 10-4 in league. They played in the Mountain Valley League. And the players to watch tonight for the Bobcats, Zach Liggins is their leading scorer, averaging 14 points a game. Joe Judge, 7 rebounds a game. And the interesting stat, I thought, is that he has more offensive rebounds than defensive rebounds, and that kind of speaks to the shooting deficiencies of the Bobcats.
Yeah, looking at their stats, they don't shoot well from the line or from the field. I believe it was 33% from the foul line, which
42% from free throws, 33% from the field, 21% from threes. That is not very good. Yeah. Argonaut, conversely, shoots well over 50% from the free throw line. One thing I wanted to comment on before we get started, Carter Swingle, a couple things that people overlook sometimes is his offensive rebounding. The rebounds he's able to get from the point guard position are huge and really help keep possessions alive, and it really helped up in that amateur game.
Yeah, and he is going to need to be the quarterback on the field, on the floor here.
He really runs a good point. All right, we're getting ready to tip this off. Eris O'Neill, number 1 for the Mustangs, jumping it up against Zabar Zaman for the Bobcats. On the floor, Kling, Jones, Swingle, O'Neill, and Trotter for the Mustangs. O'Neill wins the tip, tips it back to Jones.
Jones just a sophomore.
Jones on the point. Run the offense over to Kling on the corner. Dribble drive, kicks it out to Kling on the baseline, looking for a shot. Trotter across the middle to a cutting O'Neill. Turnover on the Argonaut. It's going to be, they're going to say it was off the Bobcats. Argonaut's going to retain possession, 17 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, just a pass into traffic, really not kind of forced there.
Swingle with a wide open 3 from the corner. He's caught the bucket.
You always want to set up your inbounds plays with an opportunity to score, and the Mustangs did just that.
It was a beautiful he was wide open. So the Bobcats coming across, very little pressure from the Argonaut defense, created across the center court. Kicks it outside, driving into the left side. Back to the top, they'll reset. Number 1, Liggins, their leading scorer, as well as their point guard, the quarterback of this squad, 24, Zaman. Over to a cutting Judge. Almost stolen by Trotter. Ball's on the floor, loose. Argonaut comes away. Trotter back to O'Neill on the layup. Count the bucket. 2 points for O'Neill.
Very unselfish play by Calvin Trotter, hitting O'Neill on the break, an easy layup.
Argonaut jumps out to a quick 5-0 lead. Trotter almost got a steal there. Kicked back into the backcourt. Bobcats get control. Jason Kaplan with the ball. Oh, knocked away by Trotter. He's got the steal. He's going to be knocked out of bounds. We're going to stay right here, Argonaut ball. Nice hands by Trotter.
Yeah, he's very sneaky with those hands. That was a quick little poke out.
Trotter throws out top of the key to Jones. Little shake and bake over to the wing to Kling. Looking to set up across the court to Trotter. We'll give it back to Jones at the top to reset the offense.
Mustangs running what they call a 5-out, where you pass and cut and looking for the open cutter.
Oh, nice drive by Carter Swingle. Great pass by Trotter. Just what you were talking about, hitting the cutter and lays it in for the basket. 7-0 Mustangs. Oh, that pass was ripe for the Pickens. Got the shot off, no good off the front iron. Rebound, the Bobcats. They'll reset, new shot clock. That's Kaplan at the top of the key, kicks it out of the corner to Judge. Double team, gets it in the middle. Trotter's going to be called for the foul.
Mustangs very active on the defensive end. They seem to be getting a hand on every single pass. Ben Holt out of sync.
Little telegraph, a little bit slow in the passing. They're able to jump those lanes, but they're playing very aggressive. Kaplan on the inbounds for the Bobcats. 5:47 here in the first quarter, 7-0 Mustangs. Judge goes across the half court. That is not back court. Nice switch there by Swingle. Kaplan on Jones, driving to the basket, puts it up, no good. Rebound by Kling. Mustangs on the drive. Swingle's open. Pass got tipped a little bit there. Short turnover by Argonaut. Judge with the ball for the Bobcats.
Yeah, Mustangs will go for that quick score occasionally, looking for the quick fast break, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Well, it looked like Swingle was open there, but the pass got tipped a little bit. It came up short, and Judge was able to take it over. Liggins with the ball for the Bobcats. Shot clock down to 10. Zaman with the ball, gives it back to Judge. He'll take the three-pointer, in and out. Ball's tipped up, rebound by O'Neal. O'Neal's going to keep it, bring it up the court. Passes it to Jones, cutting in the middle, kicks out to Swingle, wide open, no good. Rebound by O'Neal on the tip, count it.
Wow, great backdoor rebound by Eris O'Neal. Came in aggressively and got that tip in.
O'Neal's got so much athletic ability. Sometimes he gets himself in some bad positions, but when he's playing aggressive and not trying to do too much himself, he's really an effective player. Swingle on the drive on the other end, no good. Rebound Bobcats. Three-pointer off the back iron. Jones with the long rebound. He's off to the races, taking it all the way to the hole and up. No good. Rebound by Kling. Knocked away. Jones get it back. He was stepped on the line. Bobcat ball.
It's good to see Eric Jones taking that all the way to the rim. Even though he didn't finish it, it was nice to see him be aggressive to that rim.
This young man is not afraid, that's for sure. The sophomore point guard plays very aggressive. Whistle on the floor. Timeout for the Bobcats. Yep. So look at the clock. 4 minutes left here to go in the first quarter. So far it's been all Mustangs. 9 for the Mustangs, 0 for the Bobcats as we got our first timeout.
What I see out here is the Mustangs defense. They're playing a very aggressive defense, but they always have that one help guy in the middle. I've been watching Wesley Kling kind of sag back and then jump his man as he gets the ball. They do a good job making the lane look clogged up, even though they're being aggressive out on the outside perimeter.
You know, that's one thing I have to say. This is John Gilliam's third year. The one thing he's taken over this Argonaut Mustang squad is their defensive rotations, whether it be they don't play a lot of zone, but on their man-to-mans and their help defense, they're really good at that. And I know that takes work.
Yeah,
that doesn't just happen.
Tobias Gudem has checked in for the first time tonight.
Just an outstanding game the other night against Amador. Gudem came in. We had some Mustangs in some foul trouble, and he came in and really filled the gap. O'Neal's going to be called for the foul. Judge is going to go to the line.
Looked like a little miscommunication there on defense, not knowing whether Gudem was going to stick with him or expected the help.
Yeah, he kind of got it on the weak side there, and it's kind of a ticky-tack foul. He did get him, so Judge is going to go to line shooting two. First shot up is well short of everything, so we're going to go for two. As we talked about, not a good shooting team, this Ben Holt Academy, and we just experienced it that their second one hits the bottom of the net. That's what we saw from Amador the other night. They couldn't hit the ocean on the first shot, but they were pretty good on two. Eric Jones with a quick, he was left in the corner, got a quick feed and in for the layup.
That ball got up the court in less than 2 seconds, it seemed like. That was quick.
Oh, Mustangs go for a trap there out high, didn't get it. Outside shot up there by Judge, rebound by O'Neal. O'Neal's on the run. He's got Jones underneath, he's looking, kicks it out to Gudem on the outside, gives it up to Jones. Nice little baseline move there, nothing going on, kicks it back to Gudem, to O'Neal. Little shake and bake to the hole, gets it knocked away. Bobcats on the loose. Forward loose ball picked up by Zaman, no good. Rebound by Swingle, up ahead, it's all O'Neal wide. Oh, and he's fouled. Had an easy layup there. He kind of slowed down and maybe was thinking about slamming one home, and the defense caught up with him and prevented that from happening. That was number 0, Jason Kaplan with the foul.
I would have liked to seen him go as hard as he could and get up there to the rim and draw the foul and make the bucket.
Right. So O'Neal to the line shooting 2. First one drops in. Shooter's bounce. Mendoza going to check in for Jones. Second of 2 for O'Neal. 12-1 Mustangs here. 3:02 left to go in the first quarter. The one off the back iron. Rebound by Kling. Fresh clock into Gudem. Goodham backing in, spins around, little 5-footer, no good off the back iron. Rebound by Zaman. Bobcats on the move. That's Zach Liggins over to Judge. Judge for the baseline, no good back iron. Kling with the rebound. Mustangs are on the run. Kling's going to slow it down. Throws it back out to Mendoza, setting up the defense. Goodham on the cut through, inside to O'Neal. Back to Goodham on the cut, kicks it out to Mendoza, back to Swingle. No good on the three. O'Neal with the rebound. Kling, wanted to let it go. Nice close out there. Goodham's got it on the baseline. Got the 10-footer. Nice job by Goodham there. Nice touch by the shooter.
Good ball movement, but that was all set up by that second chance rebound by Eris O'Neal.
Zaman going through the lane. Bad pass out of bounds. Turnover. Bobcats. Argonaut ball. Number 31 checking into the game. Eli Anderson replaced Zaman for the Bobcats. 1:59 left to go in the first quarter. 14-1 Mustangs. Number 2 seed against the number 15 seed Holt Academy. Tried to force that one inside to O'Neal. No, nothing going on there. Long pass inside. Just lazy passes getting caught up to Goodham on the steal.
Lazy passes and very good recovery by the Mustangs on defense, recovery defense. So I'll give a little credit to Tobias Goodham on that too.
Mendoza running the point. That puts Swingle over in the 2 spot. Timeout Argonaut.
I don't think Coach Gilliam likes what he's been seeing the last couple trips on the offensive end. Not much movement on the cutters, so he might want to redraw it.
Obviously not the way the play was drawn up, because he's kind of, and that happens sometimes when Mendoza came into the point and you need to move Swingle to the 2, which he normally doesn't play. He's normally playing the 1. Everybody knows in their regular rotation where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And when you put in that change and it switches spots, sometimes it can get a little confusing.
Yeah. So I think right now Ben Holt is seeing a defense that they have seldom seen all year, and that's really causing them some trouble offensively.
Well, they played in the Mountain Valley Conference, and nobody would call one of the stronger conferences in the Sac Joaquin section. So, yeah, they're not used to seeing this type of pressure. Oh, nice cut by O'Neal. And a little up and down move and off the glass. Count the bucket and the foul. 3-point play the old-fashioned way.
Just like Coach Gilliam drew up on the break. So.
That's obviously what he talked about. Took a quick 30-second. He just didn't like the way the movement was.
Well, and what happened there, Eris came off that screen really hard, and that's what he wants.
That's one thing that I see in high school basketball in all the years. Your timing on the screen is really important.
Absolutely.
If you go too easy, it's too easy for your defender to go underneath. You have to wait for it, and the timing of it to get that cut is so important to make that play successful. Kaplan, little pull-up 15-footer, buries it from the free throw line. First basket of the night for the Bobcats. Turnover by Argonaut. Judge is going to launch a 3, and he's got it. Count the triple. He had a little bit of distance on that one. Playing over to Swingle, throws it cross court to Mendoza, back to Goodham. Inside in the short corner, back up top to Kling. Trotter with the dribble drive, open to the basket. Nice left-handed layup right there for Trotter.
Gets Calvin Trotter on the board for the first time tonight.
Steal again by Argonaut. Trotter forward to Swingle. A little hard off the glass. No good. Bobcats coming back. Kling strips another pass. And a little too aggressive. Swingle, nope, on the baseline. They got right now, it's kind of a little bit how they started the game against Amador. They were a little too fast.
Yeah.
They needed to just tone it down a little bit, and they were committing turnovers like that.
Yeah, Wesley forced that one. Maybe one more dribble to the corner.
Left wide open underneath. Number 22, Mitchell Alexander. That's right at the buzzer. The end of the first quarter of play. Look at the scoreboard. The Argonaut Mustangs 19. The Bobcats 8. Second quarter action coming up here. The girls, we're going to be back tomorrow night, Chris, as the girls also number 2 seeds as they come in and start their playoff run tomorrow night. They had a bye. The first round action in the girls, the number 1 and 2 seeds in the girls had byes tonight, or last night, excuse me. And so they play tomorrow night. They will be home.
And their opponent will be LeGrand, who beat Ben Holt Academy's
in the play-in
girls
game.
Team last night.
Yeah, so we'll be here tomorrow night. Boy, the girls really looked good against Amador. It was a great warm-up game for the playoffs for them. They were able to use a lot of players, and as I commented during the game, it's not just getting players playing time that normally don't see the court as much, but the conditioning of game situations and them being able to play the minutes they were able to play the other night. Conditioning is different in game conditioning than practice, isn't it?
Absolutely. You got the adrenaline flowing, and you seem to lose your breath a little bit quicker in games because you're pushing yourself just that little bit harder. So.
Yeah, so I thought that was a great chance for them. They were subbing in 4 or 5 at a time and just resetting constantly through the game, and I thought it was a great opportunity for the Mustangs to prepare for the playoffs for on the girls' side. All right, here come the Bobcats. Start the second quarter. Dribble drive to the side. Pull-up jumper, no good. O'Neal with the rebound.
That's Eris O'Neal's 5th rebound of the night. And we're just starting the
big
quarter.
Skip pass. I hate that pass, but it was successful. O'Neal, looked like he was going to take a 3. Got tipped away as he was trying to find Swingle under the basket. Argonaut's going to have the ball, retain possession with a new shot clock.
By the looks of it, Swingle thought he was going to take the shot too.
Yeah, he was going to the other side, the weak side of the basket for the rebound. So Trotter to inbound the ball for the Mustangs. Gudem, O'Neal, Jones, and Swingle. Oh, a nice easy pass to O'Neal, and he missed it. Rebound by Gudem, puts it back up, and it's good. Oh, be careful, Mr. Trotter. Almost offensive basket interference there as he hit that net as the ball was going through. 21-8. All Mustangs. Another lazy pass almost stolen by O'Neal. Not quite able to corral it out of bounds. It'll be the Bobcats' ball. Amrit Johal to inbound the ball for the Bobcats. Zach Liggins, one of their captains here for Ben Holt Academy, gets trapped up on top, gets it out of his hands. Tries to get it inside. Lazy pass, another one stolen, another turnover by the Bobcats, and Trotter gives it right back to him for an easy layup by Judge.
Yeah, that can't happen. That just was not aware of who was around you.
There was no reason for him to pick up that dribble and kick it back. He could have just taken across the center court. Over to Swingle. O'Neal cutting through the middle. Wanted to pass it, he wasn't ready to shoot it, and when he didn't have the pass, he couldn't gather it back in for this layup.
Frank, on that though too, I think he could have just gone to the rim. I mean, at some point you got to be selfish and just take that ball to the rim. It's better for your team.
Oh, Gudem had to get called on that foul. No, they called him a backcourt.
Nice little push at the hip.
Yeah, it was. I'm surprised. I think he's got a little smile on his face with that one.
I think he knew he got away with one.
Yeah. All right, the officials are letting them play tonight. Only took team fouls for each team so far with 6:27 left to go in the half.
You know, the Mustangs better be careful.
O'Neal with his own miss and tip, no good.
Since they jumped out to a 17-1 lead, they've been outscored 9-4. So you don't want to let Ben Holt back in this game.
Kling's going to pull up for a 3. No good off the back iron. Rebound Liggins. Here come the Bobcats. Oh, a little shoulder drive. I think O'Neal's going to be called for his second foul. Jones is going to check back in a hurry. That is number 32, Michael Jones, the junior guard.
Yeah, he and Eric are brothers.
Right. We actually have a couple set of brothers on the teams tonight. Yeah. Well, we have 3. We have the Trotters, the Swingles, and the Jones.
That's right.
And the Mullins. We actually have 4.
Wow. Yeah.
4 sibling sets here on this Argonaut Mustang team. Just a missed ball picked up by Swingle. Ahead to Trotter to Jones. Both Jones brothers. Jones to Jones under the basket, blocked.
I like that look. I like that look inside. And
Eric Jones found his older brother underneath. Ball knocked away on the block. Inbound, just another lazy pass there and a turnover by Argonaut. Coach G can't be happy with that. Kicks it out to Liggins, no good. Rebound by Kling. Trotter back up top to Eric Jones. Nope, another turnover. That's going to be a block on Kling. It's going to send number 31, Eli Anderson, to the line shooting 2.
yeah, I haven't seen many Argonaut basketball games this year, but this has got to be the last 4 or 5 minutes has got to be more turnovers than what they're used to.
Absolutely. It just they haven't had a good set in that. Lazy passes being picked off. You know, sometimes, you know, when you're the number 2 seed playing the 15th seed, I really think that had a lot to do with that Bret Hart loss. They came off of that overtime loss against Sonora where they were up by 7 with less than 2 minutes to go.
Yes.
And then they had the big game following. Bret Hart hadn't won a league game. There's certain trap games that you just look by.
Sure.
And I think maybe that Bret Hart game was one of them. Second one, no good by Anderson. 21-10 Mustang. Another bad pass by Kling, picked off by Judge. And then a foul by Jones.
Yeah, I anticipate the Mustangs getting into some kind of rhythm for an extended period of time. At least I'm hoping that to lead into the next game if they by chance get by Holt Academy. But they've got to get into a rhythm.
Jones, Swingle, Trotter, and Kling on the court for the Mustangs. Anderson with the ball. Hands it off to Jahal. Kaplan with the little floater, no good. Rebound by Trotter, throws it ahead to Jones with the layup. He's got it. He kind of was cherry picking that one a little bit, and Trotter saw him right away, released it right when he got the rebound for the easy bucket. 23-10 Mustangs. Another turnover, and Carter's got it heading for the layup. He's got it, an easy bucket there. So Carter with another bucket.
Yeah, has 7 points on the night.
I think that maybe O'Neal has 8, Carter has 7. Another pickoff. Trotter going to go down the floor for an easy layup. There you go, 6 quick points there for the Mustangs.
Maybe this is the rhythm I was talking about.
27-10 Mustangs, 4:04 left to go in the first half. First round action, CIF Sac Joaquin Section Division 5 game. Timeout, Ben Holt Academy, as Gudem's going to check in for the Mustangs.
Yeah, I'm looking, this is all unofficial, but I'm looking at leaders for the Mustangs. We got Eris O'Neal with 8 points, Carter Swingle with 7. And then I've got Tobias Gudem and Eric Jones with 4 apiece. Both Wesley Kling and Eris O'Neal have 5 rebounds tonight. For the Bobcats, Joe Judge leads them with 5 points. Their leading scorer, Zach Liggins, has scored just 1 free throw.
Right. Well, 10 points with 3:58 left to go in the half. So looking ahead tonight, the winner of tonight's game will play on Friday. They will play the winner of the Forest Hill Western Sierra game. Brookside Christian sitting on the other side of the bracket. Boy, it seems like how many years in a row have we had to get past Brookside Christian in the playoffs?
Yeah, they're another year where they're a very, very good team, very athletic.
The whole key to that is getting them far enough in the bracket so you don't have to play in their cafeteria.
Exactly. Yeah, that is a small little place.
All right, we're coming out of the timeout. 3:58 to go here in the first half. 27-10 Mustangs over Ben Holt Academy Bobcats. The Bobcats have the ball. Kaplan inbounding for Ben Holt. Throws it into Jahal. Back to Kaplan. Brings it across the center line. Kicks it out to Anderson. Back to Kaplan. Looking for something. Kaplan holding the ball. Gives it back up top to Liggins. Liggins, as we talked about, their leading scorer, only has 1 point. Little driving spin, going to be fouled by Swingle. Liggins going to go to the line shooting 2.
Yeah, that was the first, as their leading scorer, that's his first aggressive move to the basket that I've seen all night.
So Zach Liggins, the senior captain, makes the first. (27-11), 3:41 left to go in the half. Makes the second, so 2 for 2 for Liggins. Jones bringing the ball up over to Kling, back to Jones.
Little half court.
Oh, and he dribbled. He tried to go behind it. Oh,
yep.
I thought it went off his foot, but they're saying no, it went off the Bobcats, so Argonaut's going to retain possession.
Yeah, I saw it the same way you did, Frank. Looked like the Bobcats were in a little half-court trap there.
They didn't reset the clock. Jones gives to Gudem at the free throw line. Over to Mullen, who's into the game in that timeout.
I think he wanted to shoot, but his feet weren't right.
Swingle to Mullen. Back to Kling. Dribbles on the elbow. Up, no good. Rebound Anderson. Michael Jones getting ready to check in for the Mustangs. Jahal with the ball, thought about it, gives it back to Kaplan. Kaplan will pull up. No good. Rebound by Mullen. Kling talking to the official as they're coming up. 2:43 to go. Mustangs up by 15. Oh, I thought Gudem would take that shot there. Kling thought about it. He didn't. Back to Gudem, over to Mullen. Inside to Gudem. The reach, ball's on the floor. Going to be tied up, jump ball. Possession arrow favoring the Bobcats, I believe. Nope, looks like we're going to stay here with the Mustangs. Michael Jones checks into the game. Jones, Gudem, Kling, and Mullen on the floor for the Mustangs. Kling kicks it up top. Jones with the three-pointer. Oh, who said the bank's not open on Wednesday night?
I think I heard him call it, too.
Three-pointer by Jones from the top of the key.
I guarantee you when I talk to him at school tomorrow, he'll say he called it.
Yeah, it was easier that way.
Yeah.
Judge on the dribble drive to the right side. Oh, up and down. Now they're going to call a foul on Jones.
Late call.
They could have called a travel on that. He went up and Jones was there. Looked like he had the ball, but they're going to call on the arm. So Michael Jones with his first foul of the night.
They called that foul on the ground. So.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense, does it? If it wasn't on the shot, wouldn't it be traveling?
Yeah, you would think either that or a possession.
A tie-up, yeah.
They will be shooting one-on-one.
All right, Judge is going to come in. They're saying that they could not substitute there as they tried to insert Lozo for Judge. Oh, they're shooting.
Yeah, they're in the bonus.
They're in the bonus, so one-on-one you can come in on the first shot.
Well, I think they were taking out the shooter.
Okay.
He's in for the shooter.
Judge, first one short off the front iron. Michael Jones with the rebound. Kicks it back to the younger brother, Eric, bringing it across the center court. Picks up his dribble. Got to get rid of it to Kling. Kling's going to take it to the right side. Spin to the middle. He's going to take the jumper. Oh, he's got it. Nice shooter roll there, about a 14-footer.
That's Wesley Kling's first bucket of the night. He's been the Mustangs' leading scorer.
And, Kling had a little trouble against Amador in the first half, and he got hot and buried like 3 threes in a row in the third quarter, which really helped that run where the Mustangs created an advantage against that game, and it was all in the third quarter. Judge is going to be called for the foul. I think that was probably a pretty good foul. The Mustangs were off to the races there. They had a couple fouls to give. That's only the 4th team foul against the Bobcats. I think a lot of that sometimes has to do with the score. The officials start calling the scoreboard instead of the game, Chris.
Sure. And the Mustangs are a much more aggressive team than the Bobcats, so they're probably going to get more fouls during the course of the game.
Bobcats with the steal there on the turnover, and Coach Gilliam was not happy with that. Another Bobcat turnover. Argonaut's going to beat it back. 1:13 left to go in the half, 32-12. All Mustangs here in the first half of this first round action, Division 5 CIF Sac Joaquin section playoff game. Kling gets it across to Gudem. Back to Jones. Jones setting the offense. Gudem's going to come out, try to set a screen, gives it to Jones. Jones on the dribble drive, kicks it out to the brother Jones. No good. Back to Eric. Back to Kling. He'll take the three. Oh, and he's got the triple. Nice catch and shoot there.
Yeah, you're right. When he feels it, he starts getting hot. So.
Oh, that pass was ripe for the picking. Kaplan on the dribble drive. Soft lay-in off the glass. Finds the bottom of the net. 14 for the Bobcats. 24 seconds left. Shot clock is off. Gudem outside to Mullen. Oh, he had an open shot there. Didn't like it. Looking for the last shot. 15 seconds left in the half. Now they start working at 10. Gudem comes out, sets the screen for Jones as he dribbles in. They're going to call it illegal screen against Gudem, I believe.
Yeah, I was going to say he kind of didn't really set and rolled as the guy was moving.
Well, you know, we talk about that, and the ball handler waiting for that screen and the timing. And he went too fast, so Gudem felt like he had to move to be able to screen the defender.
I agree with you 100% on that.
All right, 6.4 seconds left to go in the half. On the turnover on the illegal screen, the Bobcats are going to have it back with 6.4 seconds left. No foul. They're screaming as Kaplan brings it across center court. He's going to take it to the rim. Throws a left-handed wild shot. No good. That'll do it at halftime. Look at the scoreboard. Mustangs 35. The Bobcats 14. Not a bad half. Probably more turnovers than Coach would like.
Yeah.
They got a little sloppy there, a little bit there in the middle of that game. But, you know.
You know what? The thing that I'm impressed, this team can put up points in a very, very quick manner. They can put 10 points up in less than a minute. They're so fast up and down the floor. So dangerous team. I've got a few halftime stats if you want me to go through
Absolutely.
them. Mustangs' leading scorer in the first half was Argo O'Neill with 8 points. He's also added 5 rebounds. Carter Swingle and Eric Jones both contributed 7 points apiece. And Wesley Kling has 5 points and 6 rebounds for the Mustangs.
You know, I think O'Neill got most of those rebounds as well as points in the first quarter.
Yeah, he got into a little foul trouble.
Yeah,
I think
when he picked up that second foul, Coach G pulled him out there in the second quarter, and we didn't see him back in that. So saving him looking for that third quarter rush that
for sure,
that we're used to.
And for the Bobcats, I got Joe Judge leading the way with 5 points, followed by Jason Kaplan with 4.
So as I said, if the Mustangs get by Holt Academy tonight, we'll be back here Friday night against the winner of the Foothill Western Sierra. Foothill seeded number 7 in the bracket. Western Sierra seeded number 10. So the probably Sacramento Adventists is the number 3 seed that is in our side of the bracket. Bradshaw Christian, which Argonaut beat just a couple weeks ago on that Saturday game, pretty handily. They thought maybe they had an opportunity to see that they might see them again in the playoffs. I think they've beaten them twice this year.
Yeah, I think they beat them in our preseason tournament, the quarterback club tournament earlier this year. So
it looks like that if everything stays according to Hoyle and the top seeds move on, Argonaut would face Sacramento Adventist in the third round, the winner of that going on to the Golden One Center. So should be an exciting playoff bracket.
It is, and like I said, it's difficult to repeat, but I think you take this one game at a time, win on your home floor, especially in this division, and then when you get to that court where it's a neutral site, hey, it's anybody's ball game.
Well, you know, it's nice. They changed the format. If you remember back when you were coaching, you got a home game. You didn't get to stay home all the way to the section finals.
No.
You usually, once you left home, we went down to Tokay or somebody in the semis before you went to the finals.
Absolutely.
Being able to stay home as the number 2 seed all the way through until the finals
is a huge advantage.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So So I'm looking forward to a good second half and see where we go from there.
You know, it's pretty exciting for Argonaut basketball to see, you know, the girls won a section championship 2 years ago. They lost in the section finals last year.
In overtime.
In overtime. The boys won the section championship last year. I mean, and now you look at this girls team, which is extremely young.
Yes.
And, you know, as we were talking about the other night, I think really one of the key successes for the girls for the number of years has been the continuity of coaching staff.
Yes, absolutely.
And, you know, I know Rick Cabry stepped down this year, but Mike's still there. Mike Roots, his wife, has kind of taken over as the head coach. But there's been that consistent voice with that program with Mark Giannini and
Mel
the
White,
Cabrys and Mel White before that. And even when Mel was head coach, he still had Mike and Rick and I think maybe even Mike Roots, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And so the consistency of that and being able to stay with a system and these kids understanding and playing together through that is really makes a difference.
Yeah, it does. And it's going to be a fun game tomorrow night. I expect the girls to come out and just play very strong and aggressive defense, and it should be a good ball game.
Well, they play that they play that the press,
the full court
right
press,
from full court press right from the get-go,
off of a rebound, off of a made basket,
right off the jump.
Yes,
and they have some depth. They are young, but as we talked about the other night, they were subbing 4 or 5. I mean, totally turning over, keeping fresh legs out there to be able to keep that constant pressure up. And I was really impressed with the way, because I had seen them play several times during the year. And the game I saw last week was the best game I'd seen them play all year.
Yeah, I kind of want to piggyback on that continuity with our boys program. John Gilliam came into this boys program, I think, 4 years ago, did 1 year on JV, and the last 3 years he's been the head varsity coach.
Last 3 years he's been the head varsity coach.
Three. Yeah, and what he
Unfortunately, I wish it would have been 4.
Yeah, exactly. That was Ryan's senior year.
Yeah.
But he's had these kids and he's given them an identity, a program. They do the same thing year in and year out. They're aggressive defensively. They may make some mistakes, give up some easy baskets. They really go for the easy basket on the offensive end. They'll make some mistakes and turn the ball over occasionally, but they have an identity.
Yes.
They know who they are.
Yeah, and it really, in my opinion, it really all starts with defense.
Absolutely.
Defense travels. Shooting doesn't necessarily always travel, but defense is a want to. That's the way I've always put it for basketball. If you want to play defense, you're able to play defense as long as you understand your rotation and you practice it.
Yes.
Okay? Because it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And since Coach G has come in here and has taken over this program, that's one thing that I've seen for Argonaut basketball is their defensive efficiency has really stepped up.
Yes, yeah. They do rotate well, and they are aggressive. They're not afraid to take chances because they know that guy's behind them helping them out.
Yeah, no cheerleaders tonight. Against the big game, of course, the gym was pretty packed. It's usually this first-round game. We've got a little bit of a sparse crowd. I know most of you are probably at home, and once you figured out that you could sit at home and watch this on your TV and listen to Chris and I,
I
mean, I don't blame you.
And stay out of this nasty weather we're having
absolutely.
out there. Oh, boy.
Here come the Mustangs are getting ready to come back on the court. We've got about 3 minutes left before the second half gets underway. You know, it's interesting. We talked about Zach Liggins as the leading scorer coming into this game for the Bobcats, and we just really haven't seen him even attempt too many shots tonight, have we?
He's scored 3 points, all from the foul line, and I've only seen that young man go to the basket hard one time. So I would imagine coaches, the Bobcats coach is addressing that, and you should see more drives to the basket by Liggins.
Yeah, and they really need to cut down their turnovers. I don't know how many turnovers they had in that first half, but it was certainly double digits.
Yeah, but try as you might, I'm not sure against this defense that will happen.
Yeah, sometimes it's you need talent to win.
Sure.
And sometimes when you're outmanned, not a whole lot you can do about
For
it.
sure.
And
For sure.
and in that first half, that was certainly the case.
Yeah. Hence the seedings.
Yeah.
So.
And, you know, it was interesting before the brackets came out, the Mustangs weren't ranked because the ranking is done on wins and loss records.
Mm-hmm.
But then they do a playoff prediction that they use the algorithms and strength of schedule and this and that. And even though they were like 6th in the division, they were ranked 2 as the best chance to win the section behind Brookside.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's how the seeding came out. They had a plus 2.3, I believe, on strength of schedule, and they were the only team in the top 10 of the section with a plus strength of schedule.
Yeah.
All the rest of the teams were a minus.
And it really helps a school like Argonaut, whose student enrollment is less than 500, to play in a league where you have student enrollments that are above 1,000 or near 1,000. I mean, you can only get better playing against those teams. And since CIF has gone to this enrollment-based playoff system, it has really helped Argonaut not only in basketball but in all sports.
Yeah, and it was interesting. Amador doesn't have that much more enrollment. If you look at football, they played in the same division, Division 6 actually, in the football playoffs, but Amador is playing in Division 4.
Yes.
Where Argonaut is in Division 5.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I've spoke about this with my coaches in the softball venue. It is actually easier to win a section title for a small school like us than it is to win a league title.
There's no question about that.
Yeah.
The Mother Lode League is a challenging league, and it has been for years. And that's why when you look back when we were all Division 4, and it makes that 2004 section championship of our football team that much more significant.
Absolutely.
They were supposed to get killed in that game, if you remember right, against Linden.
Well, everything fell in place that year.
Yeah, sure did. And because I really think that the 03 team was a more athletically superior team, just from a sheer athletic standpoint.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Start of the second half. Bobcats with the first possession. Kaplan, there's Liggins. He finally gets one up as a 3, and he knocks it through. So first points of the board go to the Bobcats. Trotter with the lob pass in the middle to O'Neill on the cutter, lays it in from the left side. Nice job by Trotter finding O'Neill on that cut.
Boy, that pass from Swingle to Carter, though, barely got there.
Liggins to Judge, back to Kaplan. Judge coming through on the dribble. O'Neill with the defense. Going to give it off to Liggins. They obviously talked about it. Back-to-back three-pointers by Liggins. Yeah, we were just talking about the opportunities that he didn't have in the first half, being their leading scorer.
Yeah, I felt he needed to get involved in this game offensively to give Ben Holt any kind of chance.
All right, Jones is going to bring it back up top to set up the offense. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Gives it over to Trotter. Inside handoff to O'Neill. That's going to be a foul on the ground. That's going to be against number 22, Mitchell Alexander. First team foul of the half for the Bobcats. Trotter's going to take it out for the Mustangs. Trotter, O'Neill, Kling, Jones, and Swingle for the Mustangs here starting the second half. Trotter's going to take a 3 from the corner. No good. Rebound Kling. Kling will just launch one back up. That's off the back iron. Swingle gets up in the air, kicks it outside to O'Neill. Reset of the shot clock. Trotter inside to O'Neill. Little spin to the left. Double dip. Puts it up and in. Nice job.
That is a mismatch. Erso O'Neill against number 0, Jason Kaplan.
Really nice footwork that time by O'Neill. Being patient.
Yeah. Eris O'Neill plays way bigger than his height, and you're putting the smallest guy on the floor on him defensively.
Yeah. Judge with the foul on O'Neill. They had numbers and were off to the races there, so probably pretty good foul by Judge. Number 2, Amrit Johal checks in for Kaplan for the Bobcats. 39-20 Mustangs, 6:05 to go here in the third quarter. Jones over to Kling, takes it baseline. Kicks it out to Swingle. Swingle on the dribble drive, takes it right up Main Street, out to Trotter. No good off the front iron. Here come the Bobcats. Liggins will put another one up. No good. That's going to go out of bounds. Going to be a Mustang ball. Well, obviously, Liggins has decided he's going to get involved in this game. His third attempt already here in this third quarter. The first two three-pointers were both made. So he goes from 1 point to 7 points on the night. Swingle over to inside pass, beautiful to Kling. He gets, oh no, they're going to call it on the ground. They're going to call that a number 22, Mitchell Alexander, no bucket.
Foul must have happened as Wesley was gathering that ball, huh?
You know, I almost thought they might have called a travel there. It looked like there might have been a little shuffle to Buffalo there. A stolen inside pass by Judge. There goes Liggins again, a little floater, count it. He's got 8 in the quarter.
All 8 of their points.
Foul called. Trotter tries to lay it up. That's going to be Judge. That's at least his third, might be his fourth. It's his third. Judge, the leading rebounder for the Bobcats. Trotter is going to go to the line shooting 2. He's got the first one. 40-22 Mustangs here. 5:12 to go in the third quarter. First round action, CIF Sac Joaquin Section Division 5 playoffs. Trotter with a nice roll, gets them both. Judge is going to bring it up. Trotter on the defense. Tried to do a little cut
nice
there to the
defense.
middle. A nice pick off there as they shifted over. Jones, whoa, and he throws it up around the rim and in. A nifty little shot off the right foot there for the sophomore.
Nice move. Let the defense go by him, was able to get that shot up.
Oh, almost stolen by O'Neal. Liggins again off the front iron. Fight for the rebound, almost tipped in. Rebound by the big guy, no good. Trotter. And there is Carter Swingle laying off deep. Easy bucket. Full court pass. Swingle lays it in. Liggins trying to direct traffic for the Bobcats. A little shake and bake there. He wanted to take it to the hole. Going to be called for a hold, I believe. That's going to be on Trotter or Swingle. One's 14-15. I couldn't read his.
I think they called 15.
I couldn't
Trotter.
read his fingers quick enough, Chris.
Yeah, I think no. I think they called Trotter on that one.
So Trotter with his second foul. Jahal back to Liggins. Liggins a little shake and bake, going to take it to the hole with a floater off the glass. Count it. Where was he the first half?
I was just thinking the same thing, Frank.
O'Neal dumps it off. Beautiful pass to Kling. Little hesitation. Lets the defense clear off the glass. Official timeout. Oh, got a shoot kicked off. Easy basket. Nice job there on the pass. Patience by Kling to let the defense do a flyby and laid it off the glass for an easy 2.
Absolutely. Wesley Kling is 7 and 7, 7.7 rebounds.
Liggins again tucking it in and going. That's going to be a foul on Swingle. Goodham getting ready to check in for the Mustangs. Oh, they called that on the ground also. Interesting. So Goodham checks in for Trotter. Swingle with his second foul. Liggins the inbound for the Bobcats. Gets it out to Alexander. Now to Johal. Almost loses the handle. Kicks. Oh, there's going to be another foul. Boy, that was a cheapie there. You don't want to pick up those.
Just a little reach in by
That
Jones.
was on Jones. His second. I don't believe the Mustangs have anyone with 3.
No, they're being very unselfish and spreading those fouls around.
Back court to Judge. Gudem, a little bit of a mismatch on the foot speed there, but a block by Gudem. Judge tried to go up on the wrong foot, and Gudem was there to block it. Oh, then Kling, but he's going to be called for the foul. Mitchell Alexander is going to go to the line for the Bobcats. Kling's going to talk to the official, and he says, no, that was a little bit more down on the arm than you thought. Yeah. Mendoza getting ready to check in for the Mustangs. Alexander shooting 2. Got the first one. 47-25 Mustangs, 3:20 left to go in the third quarter. Mendoza checks in for Jones. Second one on the way, count it. So Alexander hits them both. Kling passes it, skip pass over to Swingle, gets it across court. Oh, where did that one slip? Well, he looks right down at his hands right when that one let loose.
He had Gudem wide open underneath the basket too, and that
just slipped and went over the backboard. So on the turnover, Bobcats back this way, moving left to right. Liggins, he'll take a 3. Rebound by Gudem. Swingle bringing the ball up court for the Mustangs. Kicks it over to Mendoza. Gudem on the wing. Up top to Kling. Swingle coming around, driving across the mid. Oh, basket interference. That's what Holt Academy wanted, but I don't see a call. I thought it was basket interference.
It looked like that ball was still on the rim, but we'll see.
I thought the ball was still in the cylinder when O'Neal went in. They're counting it, basket interference on O'Neal, no basket.
I think that was the right call.
I agree. You don't get that opportunity all the time, right? It looks pretty big when it's up above in that cylinder, right? He says, I can push this down.
Sure. I mean, he's just going up there for a tip-in or a rebound, and that ball just laid on that rim a little bit too long.
All right, they had to clean up a little wet spot on the floor. We're ready for action. Back in. Judge bringing it up for the Bobcats. Liggins cutting through the lane, trying to get it to him. Good defense by Swingle, not allowing the ball. Goes for and he's going to get called for the foul.
Oh.
It looked like Liggins had a little arm to try to keep away Swingle from getting the pass. Coach Gilliam wanted that offensive call, but they called it on Swingle. That's going to be his 3rd.
Yeah, it did look like Swingle with his defense had the advantage on that. And
and I think the ref's saying, hey, Coach, you're up by 21. Calm down.
Sure, sure.
So 15 foul on the Mustangs this half. Liggins gets it back to Anderson. Now over to Judge. Double teamed on the defense. Nice rotation by O'Neal. Kicks the ball out of bounds. We're going to stay here. Bobcats retain possession. Mullen's going to check in, I believe, for Swingle, who picked up his 3rd foul. Yeah. So Mullen, Mendoza, Kling, Gudem, and O'Neal on the floor for the Mustangs. Liggins inbounds the ball to Anderson. On the dribble, gets to the free throw line. Picks up his dribble, kicks it out. Stopped again, over to Judge. Judge coming down the lane. Foul, 3-second violation.
Yeah,
I believe that was
31.
called on 31, Eli Anderson. Yeah. Passed and just kept moving, stopped moving and just kind of was camped out there a little bit too long. Looks like Trotter is going to get ready to check in for the Mustangs. Now there's some discussion on the scorer's table. All right, here we go. Inbounds to Mendoza. Over to O'Neal. Back to Kling across center court to Mendoza. Back to Kling. Kling dribble drive, top of the key. Kicks it to Mendoza. Had the open 3, didn't like it. Gives it to Kling, middle of the lane. Up and out. Just a little too hard off the back rim. Bounces out to the front. Liggins with the ball. Liggins a little shake and bake, trying to get to the hole. Left, it goes right. Tough shot. Can't get it to drop. O'Neal Here come the Mustangs. Kicks it out to Gudem in the left corner. Dribble drive on the baseline. He's got the bucket. Nice baseline move there. You know who, if I look back over all the Argonaut teams, you know who had that best baseline move? Kramer, Austin Kramer.
He did.
He had those quick feet, and he would get it out there, and that inside move on the baseline was just awesome. And if you remember, he had some hops to him, and he could take that right to the hole.
For sure. Yeah, that guy had a big first step.
Gudem nails the free throw, completes the three-point play. Trotter's going to check in for Gudem. Yeah, that first step of his was quick, and I used to love to watch him make that baseline move. Track guy, went to college running track, I believe, up in Utah. Judge with the ball, nice little give and go there for an easy bucket. That's number 24, Zabar Zaman. Kling gets it across,
got himself into trouble.
He sure did, had nowhere to go and had nobody to pass it to, turnover. Then it's stolen back by Trotter, keeps it alive. Judge with the ball, numbers for the Bobcats. Nice little jumper from the free throw line by Zaman, 2 straight baskets for him. 49 seconds left to go in the third. 50-30, 20-point lead. Oh, a hot potato over there to Trotter. He was able to handle it. Mendoza kicks it back to Trotter. 22 seconds on the shot clock. O'Neal takes it to the hole, out to Mendoza, back to Trotter for three. No good. Rebound by Zaman. Here come the Bobcats. Shot clock is off. 25 seconds left to go in the quarter. Kicks it back to Judge. Gets Trotter off his feet. Now back to Zaman. Oh, another 2 points. 3 in a row for Zaman. 17 seconds. Plenty of time left for the Mustangs. 50-32. O'Neal cross court. Back to Mendoza. Over to Kling. Wide open to Mullen in the corner. No good. Rebound Bobcats. 3 seconds left. Cross half court. Oh, and he made it! Judge throws it in from half court at the buzzer.
Wow, and this is as close as the Bobcats have been since the first quarter.
9 consecutive points, I believe, there by the Bobcats. Pulls it into 50-35 at the end of 3. Fourth quarter action coming up. Remember, you're listening to KVGC 1340, 96.5 FM. Heard around the world at kvgcradio.com. Streaming live on YouTube. First round action, CIF Sac Joaquin section playoffs. Number 2 seed Argonaut Mustangs against the number 15 Ben Holt Academy. Entering the fourth quarter, the Mustangs 50. The Bobcats 35. 8 minutes to go to see who's going to move on to the second round.
Well, I don't think Coach Gilliam was very happy with the last 2 minutes of that third quarter. He's making a few adjustments down there as we enter the fourth quarter. Looks like he'll have Swingle coming back in. Looks like the starting 5 sitting down there ready to come back in. But one of the things that I noticed in that third quarter with the Bobcats is their leading scorer, Zach Liggins, actually got himself involved in the ball game and kind of turned their whole intensity level around.
And Zaman, the Bobcats outscored the Mustangs in that quarter 21-15.
Yeah, and Zaman hadn't scored in the first half. He had the last 6 points there before that three-pointer by Judge. Liggins put in 10 points for the Bobcats that quarter.
So they whittled away at that lead. Here we go, start of the fourth quarter. Going to be Mustangs possession.
It's going to be important that the Mustangs get that lead back over 20 in the next couple minutes. So.
Oh, nice pass inside to O'Neal. Little floater puts it in. Nice pass from Kling to O'Neal. Ziggins to Alexander. Judge got the ball. There's going to be a foul called on the Mustangs.
Late call.
I'll call it O'Neal. That'll be his third. Yeah. So O'Neal and Swingle both with 3. That seemed like a little bit of a ticky-tacker.
It was. It had no effect.
Oh, O'Neal's going to go get it on the lazy pass. Takes it right to the hole for the easy bucket. So O'Neal's got 4 points here to start the fourth quarter. Up the lead back to 19.
Just what the Mustangs needed.
Judge over to Ziggins. Still not across the half court mark, and Ziggins throws it away. That's not the way to get back in a ball game. Why
Well,
he picked up his dribble on that side of the half-court line, I don't know.
Yeah, the Mustangs came out with a little half-court trap pressure there, and it kind of confused Liggins a little bit.
Swingle taking it right down Main Street out to Trotter. Almost thrown away. Good job by Trotter to save it. Now it's stolen by Kaplan. Kaplan slowing it down. Liggins with a nice little move to blow past the defender. Gets the foul call. Be called on Jones maybe. Yep, going to be fouled on Jones. I believe that's going to be his third also. So 3 players now with 3 fouls for the Mustangs. 6:55 left to go in the ball game. Liggins going to go to the line shooting 2. First one's a little short off the front iron. Got to show that rim a little love. Second one's up, off short again. So 0 for 2 for Liggins there. Oh, almost a turnover there. Looked like he shuffled his feet. They get across. Nice cut by Jones. Nice pass by Swingle. Jones, the sophomore, finishes it off and one as he'll be going to complete the 3-point play. Whoa, nice little give and go there between Swingle and Jones.
Yeah, and you're right. Eric Jones is not afraid to bring it inside and go up with the trees. So.
And he's 5 foot nothing.
Yeah, maybe.
They say he's 5'8", but
I was gonna put 5'6".
I mean, there's rides in Disneyland he couldn't go on. Completes a 3-point play with a made free throw. Nice job by Jones.
The kid can shoot.
57-35, back up over 20 now. 22-point lead by the Mustangs. Liggins over to Alexander. Trapped. Another bad pass. Turnover. Here comes Kling. Going to get the layup. Good. Nice pressure defense there. They're picking up the dribble and getting themselves in trouble with that trapping defense and making some lazy passes, and Mustangs have been able to take advantage of that.
Yeah, they have been able to anticipate the pass and jump in the passing lane.
Ben Holt calls a timeout. 59-35, the lead back up to 24 for the Mustangs here. 6:16 remaining in this first round CIF Sac Joaquin section playoff game between the number 2 seed, the Argonaut Mustangs, and number 15 seed, Ben Holt Academy Bobcats.
You know, Frank, these last 2 minutes where the Mustangs have run off the first 9 points of the fourth quarter, that I think that's the type of play that Coach Gilliam wants to see carried out throughout the entire game, or for most of the game. And we've seen spurts, but there have been times where the Mustangs do kind of take for granted a lesser opponent, and they make mistakes that they shouldn't be making.
And I mean, you've coached a lot of games, boys and girls in high school, Chris, and I think that's kind of maybe more of the norm than you'd like. They look at the scoreboard, 20-something lead. Maybe they're going to try a little more type of a pass that they wouldn't in a tight game.
Absolutely.
Maybe a little highlight reel, this or that they wouldn't normally do as they relax a little bit, get a little lazy with the basketball, as we saw Argonaut do in that second quarter, the first half of the lead. Turn the ball over a lot more than I think Coach Gilliam would like to see, but now the intensity levels picked back up after Ben Holt outscored them in that third quarter, and now they've got the lead back up to a more comfortable level. All right, here come the Bobcats. Kaplan bringing it across the center court line. Over to Alexander. Now back to Kaplan. Oh, that was a little push off with the left elbow. Back to Jones. Kling on the defense. Shot clock at 10. Kaplan got caught up a little bit in the wash there. Lets a three-pointer go. Long rebound by Judge. Back to Liggins. No good off the front iron. O'Neal gets the rebound. Oh, Kling almost lost it there. Swingle back into the game. Kicks it out to Trotter. Back to Jones, top of the key. O'Neal with the screen. Kicks it out to Trotter. Skip pass over to Swingle. 13 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Kling from the corner. No good. off the back. Trotter with the rebound. Tip, no good. Swingle, another offensive rebound. Put up by Kling, no good. O'Neal with another offensive rebound. 3 chances for the Mustangs. O'Neal and 1 with the basket.
Wow, those 3 offensive rebounds really kept the ball in play and gave the Mustangs that opportunity to score that basket.
Well, we talked about how important that was against the game against Amador, where they actually had 4 possessions, 4 35-second clocks when they were down to 3 minutes, and after Amador had climbed in and back and made it a single-digit game, and that was really what finished off the Buffaloes. O'Neal completes the 3-point play, 62-35, 5:10 left to go in the ball game. Kaplan gets the screen across. Jones fights through it. Now the Trotter and Jones switch off. Judge going to take the long 3-pointer. No good. Rebound by Swingle. Going to slow it down a little bit here. Over to Jones. Gives it back to Kling, top of the key. Swingle on the cut through, gets it over to Jones in the left corner. Looking for O'Neal inside, working, gets it past him. O'Neal, nice move past Judge, easy basket. Judge was playing on his left shoulder and did a nice job giving the ball to the right hand and an easy look to the basket.
Yeah, I liked him. I liked how Eris O'Neal worked for position down there, and Mike Jones found him. Nice entry pass.
Stolen by Trotter. Oh, up ahead to Kling. Kling uses his body to protect the ball, lays it in for the easy bucket. 66-35. Ball game stretched out to 31 now. I believe 30 is a magic number for running clock in high school. Is that right,
I think it's
Chris?
40. I think it's 40 in the fourth. It might be 30. It's been a long time.
I know the girls got into a running clock the other night in their game. It's obviously 40. We'll go with that.
Okay.
All right, foul called. Kling likes to talk to the officials every time he gets a foul against him. He says, help me understand that, because I really don't think I did anything wrong.
No, I've got him in class. He's a very inquisitive kid, yeah.
All right, number 31, Eli Anderson to the line for the Bobcats. Makes the first. Jabbar Zaman getting ready to check in for Ben Holt. Anderson gets them both. They actually have not shot the ball that bad from the free throw line tonight. You know, look at the percentage coming in. I thought, wow, as a team, I think it was below 40, maybe 42%.
Yeah, it was. It was down there.
Oh, where was that pass intended to? O'Neal says, my fault. 3-pointer on the way. Boy, count the triple. Jabbar Zaman has come on in the second half. Oh, Swingle was open on the cut. O'Neal didn't see him. Trotter, cross-court pass to Swingle. Underneath the Jones, kicks it back to Swingle. Swingle, oh, thought he was going to take the 3. Nice job on the closeout by Zaman. Moving screen on O'Neal, I believe.
Yeah, they got O'Neal on a moving screen. He was moving, but there didn't seem to be much contact out there. So kind of surprised the official blew his whistle on that one.
4th foul for O'Neal. Both teams in the bonus here. 3:15 left to go in the game. 66 for the Mustangs, 39 for the Bobcats. Judge over to Kaplan. Stolen by Jones. Jones looking. He's got a little blocker in front of him with Swingle. He was kind of escorting him to the basket there. Swingle picks up the loose ball. He's going to pull it out. 25 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Plenty of time. Oh, boy, Trotter had the baseline if he wanted it. He was overplayed on that right shoulder. Mullen back to Trotter. To Jones in the corner. He's going to let the 3-ball go off the back iron. Tipped in by O'Neal. No good. Rebound by Zaman. Knocked away by O'Neal. The Mustangs got it back on the turnover. Swingle's going to slow it down. Kicks it out to O'Neal. Drive to the middle. No good. Puts it up and the basket. A little hesitation there. Kind of got it caught on his hip.
Yeah, Eris O'Neal, very athletic move. He's got 23 points tonight.
Wow.
23 points, 9 rebounds.
He is one of those players that has the ability to do that night in and night out. He's such a good athlete.
Yeah, and you notice, I would say probably besides his free throws, all of his points have come within 5 feet of the basket.
Yeah.
He gets up to the rim.
Spencer Oliver getting ready to check in for the Mustangs. First time we've seen him tonight. Judge on the line shooting for the Bobcats. They are in the double bonus. He makes the first. Number 21 into the game, Adrian Herrer for the Bobcats. Senior guard. Nice job by the Ben Holt coach getting him in the game. His last game of his high school career. Also getting ready to check in Nick Portzer for the Mustangs. Judge makes both. Portzer checks in. So Portzer and Oliver both in. O'Neal's going to, no,
O'Neal looks.
We've got 6 players on the court. That happened the other night. I think O'Neal was supposed to come out. Now he comes out. So it's Jones, Mendoza, Portzer, Oliver, and Swingle. 2 minutes left. Oh, Oliver, they wanted him to take it. Just came into the game. He had the opportunity. Kicks it over to Mendoza. Portzer's got it. Back to Jones for the three-pointer. No good. Oh, Swingle gets knocked down. Look, they went back to help him get up instead of staying with the play.
Travel there.
Portzer with the rebound. Kicks it out to Mullen. To Swingle. To Portzer. Kicks it over to Jones. Back to Oliver. Driving through the middle. He's got the layup. Oh, and he missed it.
Nice drive to the rim.
Caught Judge open in the back. They laid it to him. Ben Holt's going to call a timeout. 1:23 left. 68 Mustangs, 43 Ben Holt Academy. This one's just about in the books. The Mustangs are going to move on to round 2. They will face the winner of the Forest Hill Western Sierra game on Friday night.
And it'll be right here.
It will be right here. And you'll be able to listen to it and watch it again on 93 on KVGC 1340, 93.5 FM, heard around the world, kvgcradio.com, streaming live on YouTube. We'll be here tomorrow night for the girls' game, as well as back here for second-round action for the boys on Friday. All right, here we go. 1:23 left to go in this ball game. 68 for the Mustangs, 43 for the Bobcats. Portzer, Mullen, Oliver. Let's see who we just. Cameron Swingle comes into the game.
And the young Mullen's in the game as well.
And
Luca
the young
Mullen.
Mullen. So we've got all the brothers in now.
Yeah, we got, 3 younger brothers in there.
Actually, one older brother, I think. No, Jones isn't in. Yeah, 3 younger brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, nice pass inside. Mullen can't quite handle.
That was Matt Trotter.
Coming back the other. Oh, that's Trotter's brother.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
The younger Trotter.
Yeah. 22, Matt Trotter. 21, Luca Mullen. Cameron Swingle, 0.
There's Cameron Swingle, gets fouled. He's going to go to the line, shooting a 1-and-1. Cameron Swingle called up for the playoffs here, sophomore guard.
And Cameron will be a kid that they expect a lot of quality minutes out of next year on the varsity level.
No good off the front iron. Knocked away, gets his own rebound. New shot clock. Oliver with the ball. Back to Swingle. Looking for Portzer on the cut. He's got it. Layup. Got the bucket. Portzer and the foul. Nick Portzer. Beautiful pass there by Swingle on the cut. Portzer's going to go to the line, try to complete the three-point play. Nick Portzer, great for him. Senior. No good. Rebound by Mullen. Over to Swingle. Back to Portzer. Back to Mullen. Back on top to Oliver. 25 seconds left. 4-second differential. Shot clock and game clock. Turnover. Here come the Bobcats. Number 10, Lazo for the Bobcats. Ben Lazo, junior guard, just into the game. Three-point shot, no good off the front iron. Oliver going to let it go out of bounds. 7.1 seconds left to go. 70 for the Mustangs, 43 for the Bobcats. Checking into the game, number 33, that's Parker Hoyt, sophomore, also called up for the playoffs. The big 6'2" sophomore from Ione, California.
I think Oliver's just going to walk this ball up, do a classy thing.
And that's the ball game. Nice performance by the Mustangs tonight. That'll be a final. The Mustangs win it. First round action, CIF Sac Joaquin Section Division 5 playoffs. Mustangs 70, 43 for the guests. You want to run down some stats quickly, Chris?
Well, the leading scorer for the Mustangs tonight was Eris O'Neill with 23 points. Eric Jones added 12 points. Wesley Kling, 11 points, 8 rebounds, followed by Carter Swingle with 9 points. A well-balanced scoring attack. Mustangs did what they needed to do tonight, knocking off the number 15 Ben Holt Bobcats.
Yeah, no question about it. I think Coach Gilliam, for the most part, will be pretty happy with the performance tonight. That's the one thing about this team, and we've talked about it, how different it is from the team they had last year, where they had a couple guys that could really go off from the three-point line.
Yes.
But if you remember, back in the section championship, and actually the game that was played here to get him to the section championship, Eris O'Neill, when the three-point ball got cold, really carried that team through those two games.
Absolutely.
And he has that ability to do that.
Eris has some very quick hops. He elevates, and he can hold those hops and knock down those short-range shots. So, yeah, impressive game by the young man.
Yeah, for sure. So they're looking forward to moving on Friday night. We're going to call it a night here, folks. We appreciate you being with us. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. Chris, I certainly enjoyed working the game with you. We're going to be back, you and I, tomorrow night for girls action, for actually the first ball game for the girls in this Division 5 Sac Joaquin section playoff. So that's where we're going to be. We hope you're there with us. This is Frank Halverson along with Chris Lucky, KVGC 1340, 96.5 FM. Jake on the technical support tonight. Jim back in the studios, our engineer,
our cameraman Adam Crampville.
And Adam back with us tonight. We got the A team back tonight. Adam back on. And who was our reporter? Who was our camera girl on the sidelines? Oh,
I believe that was Alexia Gonzalez.
Alexia Gonzalez was our camera girl on the sidelines. So thanks for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow night. Join us for this first round action for the girls, second round action Friday night, CIF Sac Joaquin Section Playoff Division 5. Good night, everyone.
Good night.